everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will show you step by step how to crochet this absolutely beautiful blanket. It's a variation of a shell stitch and it's really nice and simple. It's a 2-row repeat, so it's a great one for if you're just watching the telly or something. So I would definitely recommend going up a half hook size for whatever yarn you choose, just so that your blanket has a nice bit of flexibility to it. So this is a slight twist on, well, like I say, it is a shell stitch, but also the tutorial that I uploaded recently with the stacked lacy granny stitch. So we're still doing the 3 trebles, except we're pulling them down each time to create this shell. So it's very similar to that, but like I say, we're going to be pulling those stitches down to make this wonderful shell. So I also want to point out how wonderfully straight the edges are on this project as well. If you're not great at keeping your edges straight, then I do recommend using stitch markers just to really firm up that last stitch placement, and you should end up with perfectly straight edges like I've got here. So if you don't subscribe to the channel, then make sure you do that now, and also click on the little bell icon so that you can keep up to date with all of my crochet tutorials. For anyone that is wondering, this amazing yarn reminds me of little cupcake sprinkles, and this is the James C. Brett Dotti DK. So these are small balls, they only come in 50 grams, but it's a really lovely shade, and this is DT01. Like I say, it just reminds me of little cupcake sprinkles. I absolutely love it. Okay, so just like the tutorial for the stack granny, you're going to do your foundation chain in a multiple of 3. So multiple of 3 until you get to the width that you want your project to be, and then you'll add an additional 2 chains. So yarn over, pull through, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you just complete your foundation chain in your multiple of 3. So once you've done your multiple of 3, you want to add your additional 2 chains to the end. We're then going to work back along, and we're going to be doing chain stitches and double crochet, but do remember my UK double crochet is a single crochet in US terms. So into the second chain we've got 1, and then this is our second. You'll do a UK double or US single. So you'll insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. You'll then chain 3, skip 2 chains, and then UK double into the third. Chain 3, skip 2, double into the third, and you'll repeat that all the way along. Okay, so when you get towards the end you should be skipping 2 and then your final UK double into that very last chain, and that is how you should look. Obviously I'm only working a really small sample piece for you. So then you can either chain 2 and turn, or you can turn and do what I'm about to do, which is to insert my hook straight through that first stitch, going through the whole of that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then I'm going to go behind the post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and that just gives us our treble height stitch but without any gapping from a chain 2. At this point you want to put another UK treble or US double into this same stitch. So yarn over, insert into that same stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've got 2 trebles into that very first stitch. Into this chain space now you're going to put a UK double or US single. So into that chain space you'll put a UK double. And then into your double crochet from the last row you will put 3 UK trebles. So yarn over, insert into that stitch, again go through the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, and you want 2 more into that same stitch. Okay, so like I said before, that is like our cluster of 3 trebles that we would do on that granny stripe that I did the tutorial for recently. But we're going to pull these down now to create the shell or the fan. And so you're going to do a UK double into that next chain space. And you'll see that pulls it down to create this lovely fan instead of it being like a normal granny stitch. And then again, 3 trebles into the next double from the last row. 2 and 3, and then again UK double into that next chain space. And you'll repeat that all the way along, creating your little shells, and then I will meet you as you get towards the end of your row. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. I've done my last set of 3 trebles, and then I'm going to put my final double crochet into that chain space, and then you want to find that very first double crochet that you did when we skipped those chains at the beginning of our foundation chain. So you'll have the chains, and then you'll have this little double crochet or single crochet that we can work into. And so we started the row with 2 trebles, so you want to finish the row with 2 trebles into that final stitch. So 1 and 2. And again, that is how you should look with your row of shells. At this point now, we're going to turn, and straight into this first stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. So yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. If you're not confident on keeping your edges straight, then I highly recommend popping a stitch marker into the top of that stitch that you've just created. You're then going to chain 3, and you're going to skip 3 stitches. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and your 4th stitch should be the middle treble of your shell. And you'll insert your hook again, always through the whole of the stitch, and do a UK double. Chain 3, skip 3, and it should always be your middle treble that you're working that double crochet into. And again, you'll repeat that all the way along. That's row 1 of your pattern repeat. So your final one, you should be chaining 3 and then skip 3, and you're working into that the top of that very final treble from the last row. So you should be skipping 3 and working into the top of that last stitch. Okay, so again, that is how you should look. And then this now is row 2 of your pattern repeat. So again, you can either chain 2 and turn, or you can work your stacked treble stitch. So that's counts as my first treble, and then we want a second treble into that same stitch. And then UK double into that chain space. And then 3 trebles into the double from the last row. 1, 2, 3, and then UK double into the next chain space. And again, you'll work that all the way along. And as you get towards the end, you'll have your chain space and then that first double crochet that we did. So you'll put your next double crochet into the chain space, and then you'll finish with your 2 trebles into the top of that very first double crochet from the last row. So again, if you've been using stitch markers, it will be very easy for you to identify. So that's 1 and 2. So that's row 1 and row 2 of your pattern repeat. You'll be able to repeat those 2 rows until your project is the size that you want it to be. Now, let me just bring back this other one. When you've completed as many rows as you want for your project and you want to add a border or anything, I personally always like to have my top row and my bottom row the same. So I would finish personally on a row where we've been doing the chain stitches and the double crochet, chain stitches and the double crochet, because that will give you a relatively straight edge that you can then work up a border from. So that is it for the tutorial. I really do hope that you have enjoyed this one. If you have, please do remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone that you think might like it. But I will see you for another tutorial really, really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.